Good day everyone. Today's video will show you how to use your Fire Stick. Now, we've already sold plenty of these, so most people have gotten them as gifts, and some of them don't know what are the features, and this is what today's video will be talking about. So we have already assumed that you've connected to the internet and you're on the main screen as we are right here, right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the remote in our hand, we're gonna look at the top left corner of your TV, and you see we're at the home section. So if you press right, you start seeing a lot of interesting stuff that Amazon offers us, but we are not Amazon, we are not paying for Amazon Prime, so these things will not work, but we do have the same movies for free in our free online apps. So what we're gonna do is, if you put yourself in a position where you don't know where you are in the apps itself, just press the back button multiple times and it'll bring you to the main screen. So let's say if you press right by accident, all this stuff is Amazon, it does not work. So just press back a couple times, it'll bring you to the main screen. Same thing for if you go toward the bottom of the list, all this stuff is Amazon content. We are not Amazon, and we cannot remove Amazon content because they own they're the ones that created the stick. So now here again, we don't know where we're at. Rule of thumb is gonna be back, or press the home button, will bring you back to the home screen. So the apps that we've installed are actually on the third line. So if you click one time, two times, and three times, this is the line that we've put all the apps that we've installed. Now this line looks very similar, but this is the recent line. The apps will change and move around. So I always tell people to go down to this line to make life easy. So the first app is the Live TV, which is the black TV with the yellow star, but we're actually going to show it at the end. On the right we have YouTube, which is pretty straightforward, and the next two apps that you should see is Morpheus and Cinema. These are the two main important apps. Now there are plenty of apps like this. They all work in the same way. So now we went into Cinema. We're going to press Allow, and we're going to press Accept, and we're going to press OK. If ever asks us for an update, you install it, and here you go. Now you have plenty of TV shows right in front of us, and we're on top where it says Popular tab. So if I click on the Popular tab, I could go through different genres. Now I could also go to the right for the search icon or filter, but in this scenario we're going to go to the left where you have the three lines. We're going to click and we're going to choose movies. So the whole point of doing this is to show you that there's difference from movies and TV shows. Now you see we're in the Popular tab, and if you keep going down the list, there are plenty of movies to choose from. So let's say you have a lot of kids at home and you pretty much only concentrate on animation. So we're going to click on animation, and you makes the list a little bit more friendly to go through. So now let's say we want to watch Curious George. We click on it. It will go online. It will find a Curious George movie, and at the bottom where it says streams, you'll be able to have them populate. Now in certain scenarios, some shows are not available online and will not work. The best thing to do is pretty much wait 30-40 seconds, see if it pops out, and just like it did now, 2, 3, 4, 5 links, depending on how fast your internet is, you'll populate more links faster. So now if we scroll down toward the bottom, I could choose any one of these links and they should let us watch Curious George. Now since we do not have the rights to watch them, I'm just going to skip this for now so we don't get flagged by YouTube. So now we're going to press back, and we're going to exit. So now we showed you Cinema. Now if we go into Morpheus, it's going to be pretty much the same as the other one. We're going to allow it. It says a new version is available, press OK. Now I can go down and install the new version, or I could keep it as is. Now I usually keep it as is till the last second when it doesn't work well, and then we install it. But in this scenario, we're actually going to install the newer version. So we're going to go down to click Update, and it's going to tell you what it's doing updates for. We're going to click it. We're going to go down to install. So now we've updated the app. Now usually I wait till the app stops working and then update it, but in this scenario we just said we'll install it to give you an idea how it works. So now we opened up Morpheus, and same concept here. You got your TV shows and you got your movies. So we're going to click on movies, popular, trending. I always like to go trending, and here again you see very similar movies. So Little Things, click, and it's populating. Now you click one of these links, they're all the same movie. Now if you go into a link and you feel it's freezing, just choose another one and keep going. This is how it works when it's the internet. They do not verify all these links, and we're not here to verify them either. We just keep going until it works. So back, 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 exit. What's nice about these two apps, every single movie from 1933 King Kong to the latest movies are available. TV shows that play around 9 o'clock on live TV will be available here as of 10, from season 1 to the most latest season. So now let's go into the live TV section, and we're going to click. Now the Fire Stick that I'm showing you has multiple servers enabled. Only one of them is active. So if you get this kind of message, means it's either expired or it hasn't been activated. Now in this scenario, this is Cobra server, but we only activated the OK3. Now how you know if you have multiple servers, you press the menu button, which is the button with the 3 lines, or you hold the center button for 3 seconds, and you could go down to profile, and we've here pre-configured Cobra server, Magnum server, and OK. But in this scenario, we only activated the OK. So now we're going to click OK. And now it's logging in. Now, if it wasn't activated, it would have given us the your STB is blocked message like the one before. So now this is the server that this client has paid for. And we just muted the volume. And now we're running live TV from NBC Sports. Now we're going to press channel up, and it'll go to the next channel, next channel, next channel. In this scenario, this app has 2,500 channels, so it's going to be a long day of channel surfing. So we're going to press the center button one time. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. You're going to press the center button one time. It'll make the picture small, and now you have a more detailed list of what's playing. And if you look at the bottom, you see 2,500 channels. So we want to make that list a little bit smaller to make it easier to get through. So if you look on the left, it says back. So press left. It'll bring us to like the menu settings. And this section is called Video Club, which is like a Netflix style section. But we want to go to live TV. So we want to go left again. And now you have your list of channels: English, USA, children, sports, etc., etc. I'm just going to take the time to go through all of them. What I mean, I'll go through all the lists to give you an idea of all the channels that could be had. So now we're going to go into English, and you see at the bottom now, we no longer have 2,500, we only have 300 channels, and we'll make it a little bit easier to go through the list. Now here again, we're going to go left, we could go to children, and then if we go left again, we could go to sports, etc., etc. Now for some people, having 100 channels makes it a little bit long, and some people want to make their list smaller. So for example, I'm going to go into English, and I'm a big fan of global. I want to make it a favorite. Now, by default, we set up the yellow button, the blue button, and the green button on this one. So if you look at the bottom, you see to make it a favorite, you got to press the yellow button. For us on our Fire Stick remote, it is the forward button. So you're going to press and hold the forward button, and it'll add a yellow star in front of it. So now we've made 4 channels, 5 channels favorites. Now, if I go left and go again through the list and choose another category and make 3 more favorites channels, and here again, we're going to go to another category and we're going to make a couple more favorites channels. So what we did is we deemed these channels to be our favorites. Now we want to remove the rest of the list and only show our favorites. That will be the sort button, which is the green button. And our remote, it's when you press and hold the rewind button, it'll give you that option. So we press the rewind button, and now we're going to go to where it says only favorite. So now you look at the list, got much easier to organize, a little bit more organized, a little bit easier to go through. So here again, we're going to go left. We did favorites in children, we did favorites in USA Local, and we did favorites in English. And now comes the all tab where it puts them all together. So let's say you have 100 channels that you watch in all these different nationalities. Instead of going through one by one, you could put all your favorites list and then go straight to your all section, and you'll have your favorite list. How you know you're in the favorite list, if you look on top, it says only favorite. And now if we want to go back to the full list, we press again the sort button, which is the rewind button, and we go by number, and we're set. Now you could also go green button and sort it by alphabetical if you like. So some people like to have all their CTV together or their NBCs together, etc., etc. This would be another option to do. Now, if we go to the left and go back in, we could always undo what we did. So now we're all alphabetical. If you do again the rewind button, we could sort it back by number, and now it'll be like all the news channels will be together, etc., etc. If we go to the left, we're going to go down to a different section. We're going to show you how to do passwords. Now, there might be some channels that'll ask you for a password. Now, we're not going to give you the password on air, but to do this kind of entering password, you press the menu button and you go to keyboard and you choose the password, pretty much whatever it is. So in this scenario, I'm just going to put 1234, and then we're going to press submit. And then you go press OK. Obviously, it's the wrong password, but you get the concept to get to these kind of channels. They also have some channels which are 24/7, which are 24/7 Dragon Ball Z, for example, or 24/7 Fresh Prince or Friends, etc., etc. Now, if you press back again and you go back to this list, you realize that they have video club. So what they did here, they took pretty much 5,000 movies and threw them in. Now, what's nice about all these movies, you just click and you play. They're not multiple links, but the only inconvenience, you will not be able to search because the search button doesn't really work very well. Even though I took the time and I set it up, it doesn't work as well as you want it. Because what happens in this scenario, there's only about 5, 6, 7,000 movies. Chances are the movie you're searching for is not there. If it's a latest movie, it'll be on the first 2-3 pages. If it's an older movie, it'll be down the list and pretty much it. You could always use the other two apps we showed you earlier, and we're set. So now lastly is how do we get out of the app? You press the menu button like you did to get into keyboard, but in this scenario, we press exit. Now, if you're a member that has multiple profiles, you could also go click here on profiles and go through your different profiles. But in this Fire Stick right here, we only have one profile paid for and these other two are not. So if you click by accident on another profile, you'll get a message that it is blocked. I'm just giving it a couple 30 seconds. Here you go. So this is the message you get when it's expired or that it's not active. So here to give you an idea again, you would have multiple servers, etc., etc. Press menu button in again, and we're going to press exit, and now we're back to the main screen. Now, if you have something missing, you would like me to elaborate more, please send me a comment or text message, and I'll do another video, and hopefully I'll address your concerns. Thank you, and enjoy your day.